Imagine taking 2 weeks off right now and realizing your business wouldn't actually burn down, but it would completely freeze. Nobody makes a bad call and nobody goes rogue, yet they all just sit there and wait, because that's exactly what you've trained them to do. This is what happened to Priya, who runs a 50-person agency and finally decided to take her first real vacation in 3 years. On day 2, her phone buzzed, a Slack message. Her team wanted to approve a $500 software tool. They already knew it was the right call, but they still couldn't pull the trigger. Why? Because Priya never told them that they could. Most leaders think they have a delegation problem. They don't. Delegation means someone else does the work. Decision architecture means someone else closes the loop. Your team already knows the answer. They just can't say yes without you in the room. I've built decision systems inside organizations with 200 plus engineers. The bottleneck, it's never the people. It's always the decision rules. Always. So here's exactly what you're getting. The decision framework, the 5 categories where it applies, and the 2 places most leaders build it wrong, because getting those wrong undoes everything else. So stick with me, and in 30 days, your team will know what they own, what escalates, and what should never hit your desk again. There's one decision type almost every leader misclassifies, and when they do, it quietly reshapes the culture before they ever notice the problem. We'll name it before the video is over. Decision domain is a documented boundary that tells your team exactly what they own without asking you first. You start by splitting decisions into 2 buckets, reversible and irreversible. Reversible decisions are ones where the cost of being wrong is low, the fix is fast, and the blast radius is small. Irreversible decisions carry legal exposure, long-time financial obligations, or consequences that are genuinely hard to undo. Your job is to write down which is which before the decision ever shows up. 5 categories, 2 columns each, what your team owns and what escalates to you. Here's where you draw the lines. First is spend. Team leads approve tools, contractors, or expenses under $1,000 a month. But anything above that, or anything creating a recurring obligation beyond 90 days, escalates to you. Next is contracts. Managers approve vendors or SaaS tools under 90 days, but auto-renewing contracts and termination penalties come up to your level. Then we have customer issues. The team owns fixes that affect one customer or one internal workflow. But if it touches revenue, compliance, security, or public trust, it escalates immediately. For deployments, engineering leads approve reversible changes where a rollback exists. If the rollback is unclear, customer data is at risk, or downtime would exceed 15 minutes, that becomes your call. Finally, for discounts, sales and customer success can go up to 10% without asking, but anything above that or changes to standard pricing logic must come to you. Screenshot that. It's your starting point. Full template is in the description. Now, here's where most people build this wrong. Hiring is that misclassified decision type I mentioned earlier. Most leaders treat hiring as reversible because you can technically let someone go, but you really should not look at it that way. A bad hire costs morale, delivery time, and customer trust long before you ever get to that termination conversation. A bad hire on a team of 8 doesn't slow delivery, it actually reshapes the culture before you even notice the pattern. The fix is to delegate the process rather than the accountability. A team lead screens, scores, and runs the interview loop, and then they send you their top candidate with a scorecard for your final approval. What you don't do is rerun the interviews yourself. The moment you do that, you train them to stop having a bar at all. For production changes, your team should answer 3 questions before any deploy. Can we roll it back? How fast would we know it failed? And what is the blast radius? If all 3 are green, the team owns it. But if even one is red, it escalates. There are no judgment calls or gut feelings involved here. The payoff. Priya's results before decision domains, 47 Slack pings a week. Most of them permission questions, not technical ones. Routine approvals taking 3 to 5 days. 5 to 6 hours a week answering questions that should never have reached her. 30 days after she documented her domains, those Slack pings dropped from 47 to 18, and routine approvals moved from several days down to under 24 hours. She got back 5 hours a week without hiring anyone or buying a new tool. Priya finally took a week off in March, and her phone did not ring a single time. That is what decision domains actually deliver. It isn't just theory. It is Tuesday afternoons with nobody asking you for permission first. If your team freezes every time you step away, it's not a motivation problem. It's a rules problem. The decision architecture doesn't exist yet, and until someone builds it, your calendar stays the bottleneck. That's exactly where we start inside the 90-day delivery stabilization program. During week 1, we identify every recurring decision hitting your desk that shouldn't be there. Then we spend week 2 assigning owners and thresholds. By week 3, we add specific escalation triggers, and we finish week 4 by reviewing what still bubbles up so we can tighten the system. We don't do fluff or corporate transformation talk here. If we can't find at least 5 decision categories wasting your time in that first session, you probably don't need this program yet. Click the link in the description to apply so we can build your decision domains together and you can finally step away without everything grinding to a halt.